if everyone's gone. Getting ready to party. They're gonna be dancing till the dawn. They're gonna cut loose, footloose, slip on the dancing shoes. Geez, Louise, rocking the chimpanzees. Jack, jump back, howling with the wolf pack. Lose your blues, everybody cat foot loose. Four llamas all leap, wild lions trying to sleep. Five rhino.
The lyrics sound a little different, and there's a good reason for it. Kenny Loggins has taken his classic Footloose and turned it into a kid's book, and I know that because I'm holding it in my hands in the studio. They sent this to me before I was going to talk to Kenny Loggins. I brought it home. My 4-year-old Henry and nearly 2-year-old son Theo absolutely love the book. It comes with a CD that includes that version of Footloose. And folks, on the MPW Digital TV Celebrity Hotline right now, Kenny Loggins. How are you?
All right, how you doing?
Man, I am doing so good. I have to tell you that in my hands right now in our studio here is a copy of Footloose, and I took it home the other night, and my 4-year-old Henry and my 2-year-old Theodore absolutely loved it, man. Congratulations.
Oh, fantastic. I'm happy to hear that. You know, your kids are my test audience. We've been monitoring your house now for a month.
You sound like the government. I don't know if I...
Right. FBI book control.
Oh, man. You know what?
I'm glad to hear it. No, that's exciting. I have a year-and-a-half-year-old granddaughter, and she's been my test market, but a little too young still. She dances the book comes with a CD inside that is the recording of Footloose with the new lyrics, which we'll explain in a minute. And a second song called the Monkey Medley. So I put that on for her right away, and she was definitely positively swaying as best she could without falling over.
Well, I was going to say, it's so fun for me as a fan of yours and the different things you've done. For example, in the green room here at the radio station, we have all different records, and we have the Caddyshack soundtrack on vinyl up there. And, Footloose for me was a song that I loved. So it almost makes perfect sense, but I wonder, how did you get to this point, Kenny? Did someone approach you with the idea? Was it yours all the way, or what?
I'd worked with a publisher, Charles Nurnberg, has been with a few publishing houses, and Charlie came to me a couple of years ago with an idea. He and Peter Yarrow approached me to do Frosty the Snowman. Peter is Peter, Paul, and Mary. And they had an imprint of their own. And then we did Frosty together, and then Charlie came to me and said, what about, have you thought about doing Footloose as a children's book? And I said, well, how do you see that? And he said, all I know is that it's got to have 1,000 animals in it. And because he said his granddaughter loves animals, and I think all little ones do. Mm-hmm. And so I started playing with that idea, and I figured Jack, Get Back, Come On Before We Crack, that Jack would become the zookeeper, and a sort of a young Captain Kangaroo kind of character. And he's got a deal with the animals that he's going to open their cages on the full moon and let them all out to dance and have a dance party outside of their cages. And one thing led to another, and I realized, okay, we can't have any adults around. They've got to have all left the zoo by then. So the monkeys check to make sure all the humans are out. And then I've kept some of my original names, like Louise. Geez, Louise. Pull me off my knees is now Louise, rocking with the chimpanzees.
I love it.
I've got Milo. Whoa, Milo. Come on, let's go. Now I've got Whoa, Milo. Teaching them all the tango. And, so one thing led to another, and I got these characters and ideas. I made Milo a tiger. One thing led to another. I've got a DJ now that's an elephant. And he's let me see where that page is. He's 5 rhinos in a row, all jump and bump into Mr. DJ Elephant's funky hip-hop and grooves. Every monkey's out dancing, giraffes and kangaroos too. So just one thing just led to another, and the book, this version of the book poured out, and Tim Bauer's illustrations just jump off the page.
Yeah, they really do. It looks so good, and I love the attention to detail. You know, I was looking at the Mr. DJ Elephant page. I'm so glad that the DJ Elephant has headphones on. Can I just tell you that, Kenny? I mean, that's like, you know, it's such a small thing, but boy, it's so great. And the fact that little known fact, everybody listening, chimpanzees love tie-dye shirts. I don't know if you knew that. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, that's pretty commonly known.
Right.
Yeah.
So it just came together so well, man. And like I said, you know, I'm reading it to my kids, and Kenny, I can't sing at all, but I couldn't help but just burst into song and turning the page and really getting into it. And I think that as a parent now, that a book like this, it stands out for a couple of reasons. I'm familiar with the source material. My kids are going to love it, and it comes with the CD. So it's really well packaged, and I just know that this is going to be something that parents listening to me and that they see this online or whatever, they're going to want to pick up. It's so wonderful.
I appreciate that. You know, I'm very happy with it. I want to work with Tim some more, and I just would love to do another thing with Quarto. Quarto's done a great package on this, and they're promoting it beautifully, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
I wonder if anybody, and maybe you've seen it at this point, but it was, I think it was the other night on Saturday Night Live, Footloose came up in a sketch. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah, Footloose.
Right. It's like it's a cultural phenomenon. It's so great.
No, it is. It's like, and now it's Kenny Loggins singing Footloose.
Here's a clip of that SNL sketch for those of you listening that didn't get a chance to see it. Check this out really quick.
Cut loose, Footloose, kick off the Sunday shoes. Please, Louise, pull me off of my knees. Jack, get back. Come on before we cry. Everybody call, yeah. Everybody call Footloose.
So I don't know how I suddenly came here from the Ukraine, but I'm okay with that.
Isn't it funny, though? I mean, because I'm assuming you didn't know ahead of time that was going to happen, right?
I had no idea. I got about 16 texts at the same time from my friends going, turn on SNL. You got to see this.
And what's so great for me is that, so Lin-Manuel Miranda was the host, and Cecily Strong, who's a cast member, and I went to high school together. So it's just like...
No kidding.
Oh, yeah. I love that so much. And I knew that when that episode aired that we were going to be talking, and I thought, boy, doesn't that just help promote the book even more? What a...
It's all part of this. An old friend of mine called this the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Which means the sort of in that pop, how do you call it? Where the subconscious links together.
Yep.
You know, if you think of something brilliant, you can figure 16 other people thought of it at the same time.
Absolutely.
This is what's going on right now, is that I seem to be on everybody's channel, which is cool. I'm enjoying the sudden resurgence.
Well, it's wonderful, and I know that there's been a rumor about a sequel to, you know, Top Gun, and I don't know if you've heard anything about that, or if you would be interested.
Oh yeah, I know it's a real thing. I know Tom Cruise has a piece of the action on that, so it's going to happen.
Wow. So have they reached out to you potentially for any musical contributions, or what?
Of course not. Music is the very last thing they think of.
It's so disappointing because the songs that you have provided for these iconic movies, without the songs, the movies aren't that good. I hope they understand that.
Well, you know, they did the remake of Footloose, and they used my song again, so I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
And I'd be happy to help with Danger Zone in any way I could. I have a feeling there'll be somebody else's version of Danger Zone.
Sure.
But, you know, that's cool, too.
Okay, so the book is Footloose. It's a kid's book. Kenny Loggins, illustrated by Tim Bowers. It's wonderful. Get it where books are sold, Amazon.com. Last question is original music and touring. What's your 2017 looking like so far, Kenny Loggins?
Well, I'm thinning it out. I'm not doing a lot of touring work in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
I am in the studio. I'm working on a lullaby record, although we can't decide whether it's an AC adult lullabies or, or children's lullabies, because some of this music plays in both directions. Like I just did a cover of Dream a Little Dream of Me.
Wow.
Dream a Little Dream of Me. But, it's very romantic in its quality. And I have covers of a lot of tunes. I've got a Nilsson thing. I've got Randy Newman. There's a lot of, I've written a couple of my own things. And right now we're calling it Music to Make and Enjoy Children By.
No.
So I think, it shows that there's a dual purpose record there.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, listen, you always have a friend in Iowa. This is a radio station with 100% local control of the playlist, and we can play.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You're one of the last.
We can play as much Kenny Loggins as we want to, because the only person I have to answer to is me. So we're a friend of yours, okay?
Fantastic. I should send you some stuff early and see what you think.
I would love it. Kenny Loggins, the children's book, Footloose, new stuff on the way, continued success. So happy for you with the grandbaby, and thank you for this book, sir. It's excellent. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.